Hi there, this is Sally's Book Talk, bringing you the best global reads every day. Today we're exploring On Beauty by aesthetics master Zhu Guangqian, 15 concise essays revealing profound insights about beauty. Writer Zhang Shen once visited the Apollo Temple in Greece with an entrepreneur friend. And upon arrival, the entrepreneur was both shocked and disappointed. He confronted Zhang. Did we hike all this way just to see 6 columns, 3 of which are broken? Aren't there many people like this around us? People who can't coordinate outfits, decorate homes, or appreciate cultural nuances while traveling. Is the endless ocean view from Maldives luxury hotels beautiful? Are Chanel's latest fashion models beautiful? Zhu Guangqian doesn't give direct answers in On Beauty. But through his eloquent prose, your aesthetic sensibility gradually elevates. I'll organize the 15 essays into 2 key themes. First, what exactly is beauty? What misconceptions do we have when appreciating beauty? Second, how to create beauty and artisticize your life. Let's start with the fundamental question. What is beauty? In the opening chapter, Zhu illustrates beauty through 3 perspectives on an ancient pine tree. This is what he calls 3 attitudes toward a pine tree. 3 people perceive the same tree differently. A lumber merchant calculates its commercial value. A botanist analyzes its scientific significance. An artist becomes entranced by its aesthetic form. Zhu concludes, beauty emerges from intuitive perception of form. Beauty isn't merely an object's attribute, but a fusion of mind and matter. How do these 3 attitudes differ? Practical attitude seeks utility, goodness, scientific seeks truth, reality, aesthetic seeks beauty. Utility pursues goodness, science pursues truth, while aesthetics pursues beauty itself. Together, they form the triad of truth, goodness, and beauty. Both truth-seeking and goodness-pursuing share a common trait, using objects as stepping stones to related matters. Beauty differs, it serves no ultimate purpose. When appreciating the pine tree, you're not thinking about household needs or botanical classifications. Is it classified as a phanerogam? You simply marvel at its graceful form and flowing lines. This emotional resonance is beauty. This example clarifies Zhu's concept of beauty. 2 key elements, non-utilitarian perspective and proper aesthetic distance. Both principles are easily understood. True aesthetic appreciation involves no desire for possession, like admiring beauty without obsessive pursuit. Maintain proper aesthetic distance. Tell you one thing's pastoral poetry seems idyllic and romantic. Actual farming proves arduous, not poetic. Where does poetic beauty originate then? By transcending practicality and focusing on pure appreciation. This fuels our aesthetic pursuit. What's beauty's ultimate significance? Zhu posits beauty as life's most valuable aspect. This might surprise many. Why create art when survival suffices? Why seek beautiful teapots when any cup serves? Why obsess over patterns and colors? Is this not superfluous? Zhu believes humanity's distinction lies beyond basic needs. These useless spiritual pursuits define human uniqueness. Beauty stands among these pursuits. What distinguishes lives with beauty from those without? Our existence manifests through action. Greater freedom in action brings deeper meaning to life. Daily necessities like eating and sleeping often become environmentally constrained, utility-driven actions. While bodily needs drive utility, true aesthetic acts stem purely from free will and personal expression. This liberation from desire and environmental constraints makes you master of your own psyche. Zhu concludes, beauty represents things' most valuable aspect, aesthetic experience being life's pinnacle. History shows heroes fade, triumphs pass, yet artistic beauty remains eternal. We primarily remember immortal artistic creations. Beauty transcends time. Having established Zhu's definition of beauty, let's examine common misconceptions in aesthetic appreciation according to Zhu. First pitfall, confusing beauty with superficial pleasure. When seeing a Chanel-clad model, one might exclaim, "How beautiful!" But is this genuine aesthetic appreciation? Zhu identifies this as a fundamental misunderstanding. Mistaking visual pleasure for true beauty conflates aesthetics with sensory gratification. Second error, equating beauty with dissociative thinking. Zhu notes most perceive beauty through two types of associations: similarity associations, spring linking to youth, chrysanthemums to virtue, and contextual associations, ancient battlefields evoking historical events. How does this distort aesthetic perception? Zhu argues associations distract from pure aesthetic focus, diluting true appreciation. Modern parallels exist. Crowds at the Louvre's Mona Lisa often seek social validation, not pure aesthetic engagement. Third misconception, mistaking academic research for aesthetic appreciation. Zhu recalls studying Shakespeare in England while writing this book, observing British scholarly focus on textual variants, endless debates about quarto editions versus folio editions, textual variations across printings, overwhelming academic minutiae. Many readers focus on Shakespeare's biography rather than his work's artistic merit. Birth records, London career timeline, unverified legends. Only by dispelling these misconceptions can true beauty emerge. Now we delve into the ontological nature of beauty. And what form does beauty fundamentally take? Is beauty tangible or purely perceptual? Joy makes flowers, clouds, and birds appear beautiful. Heartbreak renders them dull. Post-breakup gloom transforms nature's beauty into irritants. Does beauty exist objectively in nature, or is it mental projection? Philosophers have long debated this fundamental question. Kant viewed beauty as subjective yet universally perceptible through shared sensibility. Hegel proposed objective, absolute beauty manifesting through concrete forms. His definition: beauty is the sensory manifestation of the idea. A mountain's beauty stems from embodying solemn grandeur. Thus persists the eternal debate: is beauty objective or subjective? Here Zhu Guangqian adopts a balanced perspective. In On Beauty, he states beauty resides neither purely in objects nor solely in perception. It's the offspring born from mind-matter union. Revisiting the ancient pine example, verdant strength constitutes its external form. Perceiving moral integrity through form demonstrates mental participation. Beauty emerges equally from object and observer. Let's explore Zhu's theory of artistic creation. Zhu examines core aesthetic concepts: play theory, mimetic theory, inspiration theory, elucidating artistic principles excessively. First principle: artistic creation originates from playfulness. Play theory, advocated by Kant and Schiller, remains pivotal in art philosophy. What constitutes play? Childhood playfulness often fades with age, impoverishing imagination. Our capacity for joy diminishes. Play transports us from reality into joyful realms. Such activities transcend utilitarian concerns. True artists retain childlike wonder, imagination unshackled by experience or logic. A single stimulus can spark vibrant mental imagery instantaneously. Thus, beauty creation necessitates playful spirit. Second principle: artistic creation follows imagination, emotion, and structure. Art constructs castles in air. Poets and painters fully engage imagination. Hugh defines imagination as mental imagery evoked by objects. Imagery, shadows cast by external reality on mental states. Like mating ospreys, in Book of Songs, their calls evoke romantic associations in observers. But wait, didn't we identify association as an aesthetic pitfall? I believe creating beauty requires association, while appreciating it demands full immersion. Art combines imagination with emotional infusion. In artistic works, human emotions merge completely with objects. Take willow imagery. Eastern Jin general Huan Wen lamented, "If trees age thus, how can humans endure?" Emperor Gao of Southern Qi compared willows to the elegant official Zhang Shu. Tang poets like Han Hong recalled courtesans through willows, while Wang Changling depicted wives regretting their husbands' career pursuits. Emotions and imagery constantly renew, enabling perpetual artistic innovation. Emotionally saturated imagery requires structural discipline like Olympic sports rules. Oil painting demands mastery of light and shadow. Classical poetry requires tonal patterns. These all follow established conventions. But Zhu reminds us true art transcends rigid rule following. Master rules first, then achieve freedom beyond constraints. This marks artistic maturity. Third principle, artistic creation progresses from imitation to innovation. Modern plagiarism and scandals echo ancient practices. Even masters began through imitation. Michelangelo studied Greco-Roman sculptures. Shakespeare adapted existing plays but transcended imitation. Levi's seemingly effortless poetry actually involved rigorous classical study. Du Fu noted, Master Li's fine verses often resemble Yun Kang's. Who was this Southern Dynasty poet? Though obscure today, Yin's influence helped shape Li Bai's unique style. Thus, Li Bai surpassed his predecessors through creative transformation. Finally, Zhu argues inspiration and genius aren't innate. Environment and heritage crucially shape artistic ability. Take Mozart. He composed his first symphony at 8. But could he have created masterpieces in a culture lacking musical sophistication? Zhu argues inspiration combines innate talent with dedicated cultivation. Was Du Fu's poetic genius purely innate? The poet himself confessed, through 10,000 scrolls digested, divine inspiration flows through my brush. Through rigorous training, inspiration becomes embodied potential awaiting creative release. Now we address the ultimate question, how to avoid vulgarity in artisticized daily life. Zhu proposed artistic living, a radical concept 80 years ago. He categorized people as either emotionally rich or spiritually arid. The spiritually rich find wonder everywhere, savoring existence. The spiritually barren exist like quails, merely surviving. This distinction separates artists from Philistines. How then to cultivate artistic sensibility? Zhu compares life to essay writing. Both require artistic composition. First principle, cultivate personal integrity like well-structured prose. True living requires maintaining artistic wholeness of character. Socrates' final acts, refusing escape, settling debts before drinking hemlock, constitute living art. Second principle, balance solemnity with magnanimity, like great artworks. Artists approach creation with intense focus and reverence. Yet life, like art, requires judicious editing. Cluttered desires prevent aesthetic clarity. How can such existence hold beauty? Third principle, authentic living constitutes artistic living. True heroes embrace authenticity. Zhu identifies two unartistic lives, Philistines lacking authenticity, and hypocrites masking it. Spiritual decay stems from self-erasure and mimicry. How then to avoid vulgarity? Sudong posed verse, better meals without meat than dwelling without bamboo. Aesthetic nourishment prevents vulgarity. Having reviewed key concepts, what is beauty? Unity of object and perception. Non-possessive appreciation, requiring proper aesthetic distance. 3 pitfalls. Conflating beauty with pleasure, association, or academic analysis. Creating beauty through play theory, imitation theory, and inspiration theory. Playfulness initiates artistic creation. Imagination, emotion, and structure govern artistic expression. Imitation serves as springboard for innovation. True inspiration combines innate talent with cultivated mastery. Through artistic creation and appreciation, we aestheticize daily life. Having surveyed Zhu's early aesthetic theories, this pioneering work bridges Western aesthetics with Chinese readership through accessible explanations. His core principle of subject-object unity reflects Kantian and Hegelian influences. Zhu innovatively merges Western theories with Chinese poetic tradition, making aesthetics tangible. This synthesis renders beauty both approachable and life-enhancing. There is a particularly thought-provoking anecdote in the book. The Alps Valley's breathtaking scenery features roadside signs urging visitors, slow down and savor the view. Zhu lamented modern life's frantic pace, comparing it to speeding through the Alps without appreciation. Rushing past splendors without pause turns our vibrant world into a lifeless prison. What a tragic loss of life's richness and beauty. Does Zhu's timeless advice, move slowly, appreciate deeply. That concludes our exploration of On Beauty. Find keynotes below. Until next time.